Welcome back to another video and my new workspace. So glad to be here. I'm pretty much settled in now. Today's video I wanted to talk about a photo I've taken and I didn't like it. Tried my very best to edit it, to make it come together, but just a few things I did not like and I don't feel like it's worthy of my portfolio. I went to this beautiful coastal scene pretty close to my house, and it had so much. I'm not used to any coastal scenes at all, but this was amazing. All these water tracks in the sand leading to the beach. It had just jagged rocks, these little tide pools around the rocks with water rushing in around it and leading right back out. You know, saw these big boulders with I'd like to say little tunnels underneath, also with tide pools, and also there was a bunch of mussels on these rocks, and that's very cool. And you had all this green foliage of seaweed stuff on these rocks, and that's what really piqued my interest in this photo. And you're probably just wondering, why do I care about this photo that didn't work for you? Some people may like it, some people may not. I don't, but it's all subjective. And I feel it's beneficial to you because I want to tell you what I didn't like about this so you don't make the same mistakes. But I want to kind of take the time to talk about what I don't like, what I could do to correct it, and you'd be better off a foot ahead of everyone else in your photography. So with that being said, let's kind of just jump right into it. I have this up over on Lightroom. Okay, so I currently have my photo open in Lightroom. I'm going to open it in Photoshop in just a minute so I could draw and actually show you what's going on. But quickly, I wanted to explain how the photo is at this moment, what took to get here. It's a photo stacked and bracketed image. There's a 4 focus stack, one on the immediate foreground, one on this extended foliage seaweed rock here. Third photo would be this other green rock here, other green foliage covered rock, and then fourth final infinity focus is this cliff. That would also include the sky detail. So right there we have a 4 image stack, and then we had a 3 image exposure bracket. So we had one for the highlights, the sky, and then we had one for the dark shadows, and the third one for the glare on this. I want to call this the whirlpool. I'll explain in a minute. So we had a lot going on. I'm going to swap this to Photoshop now so we can kind of further into detail. Alright, so I already had this open, just loaded it. I'm gonna draw on it with my white brush here, as you can see. Sorry for the clicking of my keyboard and mouse through the audio. It's the only way I know how to do it. But so I'm going to break this down into 4 easy steps of my mistakes. So I'm going to break this down. I'm going to guide you through what I thought the eye was going to go, because that was the leading cause of the mistake of this photo. Was the eye has nowhere to go. So number 1 is too noisy. We had a lot of interest in this foreground, which this is why I took this. I really wanted to bring out this foreground. It's very nice detail, a lot of interest going on here. So between the anchor and the payoff being what I expect the image to represent, would mainly be the sky in this image, or a mountain in the mountainscape, etc. So the sky, I'm going to say it's not a good payoff. The colors are very bland. There's no pop to them. There's not a lot of interest. So the payoff already, no, it's not happening. The eye is staying down below as I draw the worst arrow ever. I'm going to back this off. We're going to kind of go into this a little deeper. So I'm going to clear the screen. And now, I said this is very noisy, so we have a lot of interest, we do. And like I said, this whirlpool going on here. Your eye goes from the anchor to the payoff. Well, it doesn't. It sticks right to the whirlpool. And this highlight to the right over here, I'm going to clear that quickly. So the eye doesn't go where you want. It sticks in the middle of the image, creating confusion for the viewer. So the whirlpool, the highlight here, and then you got some deep shadows going on out more in the mid. So that's not gonna do. So we have no payoff, no direct interest. We just have this nice anchor, and that's it for the eye. So that's already a failing image. I'm gonna clear the board again. And so the bridge, the middle bridge here, I like to call from the anchor to the payoff. Well, there really is none. There is no interest going on here. It's just a big highlight, a big reflection of the sky. Hence why your eye's gonna lead to the interest over here, the detail, the texture, and so on. So there's number 3. The bridge is not good. Fourth, I'm going to bring this back to the dynamic range. I know you could bracket for the shadows and the highlights, but this photo I feel is very unbalanced in between that. It looks, this cliff is a big issue to me. It looks HDR-ish. So that pops it out as a fake image to me, and these dark shadows. I know I could have brought them up more, but it still felt really unbalanced. We got this terribly bright foreground, terribly bright bridge, and then the sky is not even that bright. As I clear the board again, this mid-bridge is probably the brightest in the scene, and it shouldn't be. It should be the sky. So that leads me to my 4th objection to this photo. We have too much going on. We have an unbalanced exposure image. There's an unnatural payoff and unnatural bridge. Just a very bland photo. You might like it. That's your choice. I feel like this is a terrible photo. There's a lot of cool, interesting things, but overall, it's a very unpleasing image to the eye and the viewer. And I would not consider this anything to do with my portfolio. So I hope I can help you separate what is good and bad from a photo. But that's mine I had this weekend, and that's what I think about it. Oh geez, such a bad photo. I hope you don't see this as just me complaining about it. I do want you guys to take away from this video. I don't want you to make the same mistakes in the field as I've done. I want you to go out there, get that nice burning sunset, whatever mountainscape you do, bring it back and not be disappointed. That being said, I quickly want to add, follow me on Instagram, even tag me in your photos that you take. I would like to see them, and yeah, thumbs up the video if you really liked it, subscribe if you aren't already, and yeah guys, I'll see you in the next one.